If you love me, please don't judge me. Got my hands tied, the power's above me. Don't shoot the messenger, I'm just a puppet here. If you wanna place blame, then look to the puppeteer. Family, fortune, envy, jealousy, privilege, passed on, legacy, secret, sabotage, borderline, felony, suicide, subtract, selfish, pedigree, yeah.
So yeah, an F1 race happened in Qatar today, the inaugural race at Qatar, at the Qatar GP. I'll just say, man, this race was fucking boring. Not a whole lot really happened. Like, this race was just the Lewis Hamilton show from start to finish. Like, nothing really happened in this race. Well, and even with Max Verstappen getting a 5-place grid penalty, it still didn't stop the result we've seen all year. Hamilton P1 and Verstappen P2. Them both finishing 1-2, just like almost every other race this season. Like, the only good thing that really came out of this race, though, was, hey, Fernando Alonso finally got a podium for the first time in 7 years since his days in Ferrari. So, Alonso finally back on the podium. I mean, you love to see that. Well, that's like the only good moment to really come from this race. And of course, Alonso's big tire gamble and Alpine's tire gamble to have Alonso stretching on a one-stop strategy. Especially late in the race when we had a number of drivers get punctures late. And also Valtteri Bottas gets screwed over by Mercedes bullshit. Because let's be real, if it was Lewis Hamilton and Bottas' situation there, would they have retired the car in that situation? Probably not. Don't worry, Bottas, you only have 2 more races left to deal with Mercedes bullshit. And then you no longer have to deal with Mercedes fucking you over. So, yeah. Not a whole lot happened in this race. And of course, this is probably the one and only race at this track in Qatar. Since the rumor is that when F1 starts their 10-year deal in Qatar in 2023, that race will be on the street circuit at Doha. So, that will be interesting to see which track it will be. Will it be the street circuit of Doha, or will it be this track? We'll have to see. I mean, this track is pretty solid for MotoGP races. F1, it was pretty boring and sucked ass. Like, other than Alonso getting the podium finish there, this race really didn't have a whole lot except for the tire failures at the end. That was like the only exciting part of the race was that. Like, it was just complete boredom. So yeah, Hamilton wins, Verstappen second, so the championship with 2 races to go is down to 8 points with 2 to go. So yeah, and of course, next time F1's back in Qatar will be 2023. Since Qatar is hosting the 2022 World Cup, so F1's not going there next year, because, yeah, Qatar is hosting the FIFA World Cup. Because, yeah, FIFA is hell-bent on bankrupting the living shit out of Qatar. Because the FIFA World Cup is the biggest scam in all of sports. Like, almost every country that hosts that damn thing almost ends up going into financial turmoil. Just look at Brazil, and that's all the evidence you need to know. But, yeah. Anyway, though, not a whole lot happened in this race. It was just pretty boring. But hey, the championship gets more exciting. Only 2 more races left. And of course, in 2 weeks, Max Verstappen can lock up the championship in 2 weeks if he is 26 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton after the next race. And oh, by the way, what is the next race again? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Saudi Arabia. Fuck. Not Saudi Arabia. I forgot F1 is still hell-bent on going to that dump of a country. Let's be real, F1's only going to Saudi Arabia for the money. And the politics. If F1 wasn't getting paid an assload of money, F1 would not even bother going to that shithole of a country. And honestly, that track's layout there, that track layout looks like absolute ass. It honestly looks a lot worse than Russia. Looks a lot worse than Sochi. Like, you have boring tracks, you have crap racetracks, then you got 50 feet of shit, then you got Sochi, and then right below that, you got whatever the fuck they're gonna be producing in Saudi Arabia. But yeah. And oh yeah, Verstappen in 2 weeks can lock up the championship in Saudi Arabia. I believe for Verstappen to lock up the title in Saudi Arabia, Verstappen has to finish at least top 2 with the fastest lap. And you would need Hamilton to finish anywhere between 6th to 10th or worse to have a shot at locking up the title. But yeah. And of course, the F1 free agent silly season is pretty much over because Alfa Romeo has announced their second driver because Antonio Giovinazzi is gone. He will not be in F1 in 2022. And taking his place will be Gando Su, who will become the first Chinese driver to compete in Formula 1. So that'll be interesting. So now the entire grid is now set for 2022. F1 silly season is officially over with 2 weeks left with 2 races left in the season. So yeah, the next time we talk about F1 will be in 2 weeks because next week F1's off. Because also we have Thanksgiving next week. But yeah, not much happened in this race, but hey, the championship gets more exciting. 2 races left. So yeah, we're F1 will at least, Saudi Arabia will at least be game 6. The question is, does Hamilton keep the title on hold and bring it down to Abu Dhabi? We'll have to see in 2 weeks in Saudi Arabia's shithole country. But yeah, why couldn't Brazil be the goddamn season finale? Honestly, Brazil will be a lot more exciting than Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi. Damn. What does Brazil have to do to be the season finale again? God damn. But hey, consistent points formats, consistent season-long points format for the W.